All right, morning, Fig fam. It's a beautiful day. It's November 7th, and it's official. The orchard is going to sleep. I had a ton of figs ripen off of my Figo Preto. Nothing off of the Paradiso, but tons of growth this year. So I'm very proud of it. I think I'm going to create a main trunk and try to get back to what it used to look like, which was more like this tree here, or my Violet de Soleil. And this main trunk, somewhat attached to the base. It's about almost 8 feet, I would say. But I'll bring it down and tie it straight up and down. That leaves room for fig propagation. So lots of cuttings out of this one. Guys, it does make awesome brevas. It does make awesome main crop. It will split. If you have a container, you're good. The brevas do not split. I'll keep you posted on the cutting progress in a moment here. All right, Chicago. Happy and asleep. Figo Preto had so many figs this year. I think it's finally decided to stop, even though the high is 82 today. Tons of figs, and even after it lost its leaves, it kept ripening figs. I'll probably do a little pruning this year, some propagation, but otherwise the tree looks great. I want to see it get another foot or two taller than this, but that's ideal. I'm trying to get all my other trees to do, even though Figo Preto likes to be like this and grow in this habit. Smith, I already started pruning. I got a few off the bottom, the head roots. I'm gonna take this down, and this is the new tree. It did ripen some this year, but they weren't of any quality that I'd write home about, but they're still good. Violet de Soleil had a great year. Very pleased with it as another late ripening variety. Grew a lot, propagates well. Borges Oat Grease did great this year. Unless people want cuttings, I'm not even going to prune it. Peter's Honey, great early variety. That was my July to August variety. Along with Stella, who's happily asleep. Italian Honey really is not growing over here. Someone recommended putting a Ronde de Bordeaux here in this shadier spot, which I'll probably do. I bought one. I'm gonna move this out by the bench. The bench is gonna become 2 or 3 more trees. Teramo still has this little sucker cone off the side, so if anybody wants that, look on FigBid. But it's doing its thing. I'm not gonna do much with it. Another early ripening variety. White Genoa. Not too much this year. I think I'm going to do big fertilizer over here. The soil over in this part is way different than over here. Much more clay, loamy or deep organic matter on this side and parts of here mixed with sand. So it needs a big dose of fertilizer or compost. I would prefer compost. Achano, Troyana Calabrese, and Long if somebody can correct me, that'd be great. These 3 are coming off of this shaded spot, and either gonna come up against the greenhouse or up on the other side. So anything that gets full sun. Genovese Nero AF, great year with that one. Great year. Highly recommend that tree. Coledon Noir, Coledon Blanc. Still haven't ripened figs for me, but that late frost really stunted them. And then Coledon Grease in the growing year with an air layer or a sucker that I'm pulling off the side here. Salche was stunted growth and cutting it down to the ground and letting it do its thing, right? I want a reset year to represent what Paradiso did over here. Kind of reestablish itself. The bench is going to become 2 more trees. And there you have it. Now, quick look, we'll go this way. Prune my gardenia. my loquat tree, Martinica ramata, yellow longneck, my dormant pots here. I sold a big lot of them to a bunch of fig growers. Greenhouse, check it out. Plumeria is right off the bat. I got my variegated lemon tree. And cuttings. Cuttings. They're all starting to pop. Some faster than others, that's okay. It looks wet, but it's relatively mild underneath the soil here. It's not too damp. It's having them actually a little too dry out of fear of overwatering, but they seem to be doing well. I got this white Triana coming through nicely. Figurepretto starting to pop out. Long Duat over here. Nice dark foliage. Yellow longneck. Avocados. Now here is the big win. Propagation part 2. I got these from Stu and Sons. They're awesome. 3x8. Not the big circle at the bottom, so that'll hold it a little better. That's just right. Nice frames. I got a slight slant so the water will run off of these. And I got my potted cuttings that are successful, or air layers over here. Got varieties that I bought that I want to grow. This came off the tree. It's a yellow long neck that came off the tree. Got some more cuttings that actually rooted a little bit, and air layers. And the cuttings starting to come in. I'm starting to put them away. You know, I ran out of paraffin wax. I think that's a great tool to help preserve moisture, but retain moisture, sorry, on the cutting itself. But these are big enough, I think, that they should make it. But I got more on the way. But yeah, it's a silly indoor space heater, but I'm gonna upgrade the space heater and keep the propagation project going. All right, signing off, but let me know what you think of the cutting process. If you have any advice or questions, I score them and I put them with some rooting hormone into the soil. Just a quick look. What do you guys think? Cheers.